Hey everybody, welcome to the Armory today. I had a neat chance to see a similar rifle to one of my, what I would consider very rare, and I'm very proud to be the owner of rifles in my collection. So I was talking to a guy the other day who had a Bubba M1895 Dutch Mannlicher, and to give you an idea, I have a stripped action for a Dutch model 1895 Mannlicher, and he had a rifle similarly bubbaed to mine. And it's a good time to talk about kind of the history of bubbaed rifles, because him and I had a good long conversation about whether or not bubbaed rifles are really an American tradition or possibly a worldwide tradition. So, I have this very, very much antique model 1895 Mannlicher straight pull Steyr rifle, and this is the only marking of any type on the rifle. There is no military stampings, no chamber stampings, no military sights. It's got a very nice sight ramp with an adjustable front, and the stock is a full-length Mannlicher style stock with a really nice end cap on the end of it. This is absolutely a really, really cool rifle. But this also probably marks, also dual triggers, this probably marks the beginning of what we would consider bubbaed rifles. And basically, what it comes down to after the First World War, many arms were surrendered and liquidated. Many arms were surrendered and destroyed. Many arms were sent to third parties to be liquidated to civilian use. And throughout Europe, they would take a really good military action and make basically a classic hunting rifle style rifle, or a marksman's rifle, or a big game rifle. And a lot of these wound up that way. Now, one of the first things you may have noticed, that the 1895 Steyr Mannlicher has a giant magazine down here. This does not. This has been converted to single shot. And there's a big wooden plug down in the base of the receiver where the magazine would be. And the action is just smooth as butter, and the triggers are really, really decent for the era. The set trigger works, and when you set the trigger, this front trigger is lighter than a feather. I mean, it is just, you talk about its mama from 3 states away, and it's going to go off. You can see I just rested my thumb on it, and it goes off. It is no BS. That is one light trigger. And I don't know why you would need a trigger that light. I would imagine that is a safety issue, but I've actually never fired this rifle. It is chambered in 8mm Austrian 50mm rimmed. I do have ammo for it because I do have a carbine, an 1898 carbine. But this weighs about half what the carbine weighs, and the carbine is an ass kicker. Plus, this stock, I'm not sure. I don't want to damage the stock. So, yeah, I have never fired this rifle. It is probably pretty violent, but it is a great rifle. Now, a lot of companies would make these as one-offs in the interwar period in the 1920s and 1930s. And there are really not a whole lot of resources as to who did them, how they were done, different variations. They were mainly just kind of one-off constructions, and this may just be the dawn of Bubba. All right, guys. I thought it'd be a good idea to take the time and clean the rifle, because it is kind of a wall hanger. It is one of my favorite rifles to stare at. And if you've never seen, along with the Model 1895 Steyr straight pull, they also made the Model 1895 Dutch Mannlicher, which is a turn bolt. And these run a 6.5 millimeter cartridge with a giant rim, just like the Austrian rifles. And they're commonly found with the Himbrug name on the side of it, along with the date of manufacture. So there's a big difference between a Model 1895 Dutch Mannlicher and an 1895 Steyr Mannlicher. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.